Courtney Clark, thank you so much for joining us today, even though we're hosting this in your home.
Oh, thank you. It's a blessing to be here.
You have had quite a year this year, especially the last couple of months. What has been going on since then?
Well, I started pageant rehearsals, pageant practice, and I've been doing lots of coaching. And then last week on Sunday, I competed in prelims and then finals. In finals, I ended up winning the Miss Nevada Teen USA, and now I'm off to nationals. So it's been great. It's been a whirlwind. It's amazing.
And since then, I remember I was in the audience with your parents, and your pageant was the first pageant I ever saw as a spectator. The first pageant I was ever at was my own, and yours was the first one I was ever able to see. And I have to tell you, it was the most amazing experience, and to be able to be there, to see you and knowing you personally, and having gotten to know you over the last several months and your parents, and have that special moment, it was amazing.
Thank you.
I know that you had recently just decided to compete in that pageant.
Yeah, it was May, and the competition was in June. So I signed up kind of late, but it all worked out. So
Well, not only that, but you just graduated from high school.
yes, I did. I didn't even think about that. I just graduated from high school, yeah. And I start college in the fall. I moved to Mississippi.
So tell us a little bit about that. What prior to competing and winning the Miss Nevada Teen, your plans were to go to Mississippi State.
Yeah,
So what are you planning to study?
educational psychology. I've always had an interest in different types of psychology, especially with children. I actually currently work as an elementary school assistant, and I get to work with kids now. I've been a nanny for so many years, and I mean babysitter more than nanny, but I've been nannying these twins forever, and honestly, I've just grown a love for watching children and watching them grow and learn, and educational psychology has everything for that, so I'm very excited to study it.
I love that so much, and I think that it goes hand in hand with pageantry. There's an element to it that comes with being able to help serve your community. Is that part of what your platform is?
Yes, so I mean, I get to help students who struggle, maybe even public school students who don't get the opportunities to work with one-on-one with people who are able to support their needs with their, whether it's ADHD, autism, different learning disabilities. I want to be able to help these people in different ways that they can't access for free so that they can know that they have someone there to help them,
Right.
so that they can learn and be successful in their future.
I love that so much. And now that you are getting ready to compete for the national competition, when is nationals?
Nationals is in around 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really quick. It was I had 3 weeks in between crowning and nationals, and I mean, I feel pretty ready for it.
I knowing you the way I know you and your family, you guys are absolutely prepared, and I have a good feeling about how nationals will go for you. But it's been a whirlwind for you. What has been going on in the last week since your crowning?
Since last week. So today I had a photo shoot. I had another one. I think I was on the 11th. It was last Tuesday. I've just been running around with this title. I mean, it's amazing what I get to do with it and how much I get to impact other people in just a week. It's crazy to see what is to come with it. I mean, so I did my photo shoot with Naja Lee. Shout out Naja Lee, my miss. And then today I just shot with Too Cute Prom for my formals.
Excellent. So when it comes to competing for nationals, that possibility of winning that national title, which is, I know, significant for you, how will you be able to serve that role while also going to school?
I mean, I've done it before. I've been doing dance for 14 years while doing high school. I went to a college prep school. Honestly, my college schedule looks like a breeze compared to high school. I mean, at my school, I went to Faith Lutheran, and it was crazy. I had so much homework, so much work, and it was great for now, because now in college I have 2 classes, 3 classes a day, and I'm okay, so much extra time, and I mean, I've always been able to balance things pretty well.
I believe so. And I think with the advancement of technology and just the ability to be able to use social media, that really does help, especially national title holders, even state title holders, international title holders. You can reach so many more people through that avenue. When it would be hard to expect someone to be in every single place all throughout the year, and especially someone who's going to school, or like myself, a mother who has a commitment to her family.
So many children and a family to raise. Yeah.
Yes. So for anybody who's out there listening, especially young girls, young women who are thinking about competing, what is something that you felt you've taken from your experience in pageantry that has benefited you?
Oh, so many things. I feel like I've been able to become a better version of myself in a way where I used to be super anxious all the time, and I feel like it's really got me out of that shell. I've really struggled with communication and stuttering when I was younger, and it's just been able to get me out of that too. And I feel like I've just learned so much and been able to connect so much with my community like no other. It feels like when you're not in pageantry, it's like, oh, you can do service here and there, but when you are in it, you're like, wow, I didn't realize how much I could benefit other people by just competing in something such as a pageant. Like it's a wonderful experience.
It shines a light on things in a way that, in just a different way, and it makes it exciting. I think it brings a pull from people. Yes. And a desire to, I want to be a part of that.
Yes.
And that's how I felt, because a handful of years ago, I had never even heard of the Mrs. America pageant. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
And when I found out, I was like, oh, that's great. And then all of a sudden I'm meeting different women, and I'm friends with women who have the titles. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was something that a married woman could do.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it was exciting. And so then to have been given the opportunity for myself, I couldn't even believe it. I still can't even believe that this is something I get to do.
It's amazing.
On the subject of women of strength, usually I ask people, what does that look like to you? But for you, as an example in your life, who would be the greatest example of a woman of strength for you?
My mom, 100%. I know a lot of people would say their mom, but my mom has been through it all. She grew up in foster care. She was in a cycle of poor, like her family grew up very poor, and she just broke that cycle. She was working since she was, I don't even know how old, probably 14, 15, like supporting her family, raising a family since she was 19, and she's just done so much to give me the life that I live. Like the fact I'm able to have this title, compete for these things, and be the person I am, it's all because of her. Like she's amazing. She broke the cycle. She made it better. She made our lives where they are today because she knew who she wanted to raise. And now she has 4 kids, me and my 3 brothers, Michael, Maverick, and Charles. And she's done an amazing job.
I think she's a beautiful example of a woman of strength, even just a woman to woman, and getting to know her the way that I have.
Yeah, through the title.
Through the title.
Yeah, she was just Mrs. Nevada for America. Yeah, that's the title.
Mrs. Nevada America 2023.
America.
Yes.
Not for, that's the Miss.
That's Miss. Yes. And mine is American, and mine's fairly newer title.
Yeah.
Of course, she's, like you said, she broke the cycle. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that you can take away is with the benefit of having a positive attitude, positive mindset, is there are people who grow up in situations where they look at it and they say, okay, I know I don't want to recreate that in my future. She's an example of that.
She ran a Fortune 500 company.
Yes.
I mean, she's done it all. She actually used to own 2 restaurants before that. She also was Snow White in Disney World, for all of you who didn't know. She doesn't like when I tell people that, but now you get to know she was Snow White at Disney World.
And knowing her, I can see she's just more comfortable just doing stuff all the time, and she's amazing at that, just a servant's heart. And she's raised an amazing daughter, and from what I've met of your siblings, amazing kids. Both of your parents are incredible, and we're just so excited for you, Courtney.
Thank you.
And we have the Miss USA National Pageant coming up July 31st and August 1st.
Yeah, I'm August 1st for teen, but we will be supporting the Miss.
So everybody tune into that. We're rooting for Courtney, especially here in Nevada. Again, Courtney, thank you so much. Good luck to you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me.